Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov guide video. Today, I'm going to be covering 3 of my top AK74 builds, ranging from budget to endgame. The builds I'll be covering today are for the AK74 and the AK74M, with the budget build being on the AK74, and the midgame and endgame builds featured on the 74M. The main reason for this is because the 74 is slightly cheaper than the 74M, so it works better for a budget platform. Speaking of which, let's get into the budget build. Starting off with the AK74 build, you'll want to grab a stock 74 from Prapor. Next, grab the AK100 series handguard as well as the rubber butt pad for AKs, both of these are from Prapor as well. Head over to Mechanic and grab the JMAC muzzle brake for AKs. After that, you'll need the RVG foregrip and the saw style pistol grip for AKs from Peacekeeper. Lastly, you'll need the Bastion dust cover and the RP charge handle, which you can find at Skier. The build comes out to 59 ergonomics and 67 recoil, making it fairly controllable for a budget gun, and the whole build with trader prices will be about 75k, making this gun incredible for a budget build considering the stats. The next build today is going to be the Midgame AK74M build. To start off, you'll need a stock AK74M, which you can grab from Prapor. Next, head to Mechanic and grab the JMAC muzzle brake. After that, head to Skier and grab the AK74 PT lock, the PT3 Classica stock, and the X470, X47 handguard, and finally the RP1 charge handle. The last parts you'll need are the US palm pistol grip for AKs and the RVG foregrip from Peacekeeper. The stats for this build are 76 ergonomics and 59 vertical recoil, coming out to a price of about 117k, making this quite a powerful and cheap build. I would go as far to say that you could use this as a budget build if you wanted to spend a little bit more than 75k, like the previous build, for a bit more controllability and ergonomics, especially if you're not hurting for money. The final build for today will be the endgame build, which is built off of the AK74M platform, like the midgame build. To start off, you'll want to grab a stock AK74M, which you can find at Prapor. Next, head to Mechanic and grab the Volter CMRD handguard and the Strike Cinchant guide. After that, grab the JMAC muzzle brake, and then from there you'll want to head to Peacekeeper and grab the US palm pistol grip and the RVG foregrip. Finally, head to Skier and grab the Bastion dust cover, the AK74 PT lock, and the PT3 Classica stock. Lastly, grabbing the RP1 charge handle. The cost of the build is about 138k, and the stats come out to 76 ergonomics and 56 vertical recoil. Sadly, this only puts it 3 recoil below the midgame build, but at a roughly 21k higher price point. It is a better build, but in my opinion, it's better to just run the endgame build or the midgame build for the lower 3 recoil, but to satiate those that don't really mind spending a bit more and to get a little more edge, this build is for you. Before I end the video, I wanted to mention a couple things relating to the builds. So first off, the reason I don't use the RK3 pistol grip is because it gives the same ergo as the US palm pistol grip, but for I think about 1k less rubles. So if you do prefer the look of the RK3, feel free to use that because it barely costs anymore. Finally, I also stopped factoring a sight into the build so that you guys get a more accurate depiction of the build, and it means you don't have to do any math figuring out how much less or how much more your gun will cost using your sight of preference. Just slap on the sight you like and go. And this is going to be a new trend with my videos going forward, so I just wanted to let you know in case you're wondering. And the thumbnails will still have a sight on it, but the builds themselves won't. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could like the video, it would really help with the YouTube algorithm, and if you're interested in more of my content, please subscribe to keep up to date. I noticed that only 1.9% of you guys are actually subscribed to my channel, so please consider it if you do enjoy my content and you've been watching it regularly. If you'd like to connect with me, my social media is below, along with a link to my Discord server. Thank you again, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.